Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the updated version of Oculus Prime's tutorial for Blade and Sorcery Nomad. It is October 2022. We've been getting a lot of questions on this game from you guys and we absolutely love it. By all means, keep them coming. But since our previous tutorials, there's been quite a few changes in this game and a few things that we've learned along the way. So we're doing a whole new tutorial. So when you first jump into the game, you come across this menu. And this is asking what kind of gameplay you want to do. So you've got Sandbox or Crystal Hunt. I always select Sandbox. You can hit back on this side or select on this side. So you just hit select. Now you get into character customization. Alright, so once you've got your character saved, you can come over here and select. This is just you selecting which saved character you want. Before you go in and hit play, you're going to select your height. I always hit auto height. That matches this character's height to my actual in-world height. So everything should match up perfectly. A lot of people have been having issues with always being crouched or standing too tall, something along those lines. So this fixes that issue 100% of the time. From there you can hit play and it asks if you want to play a tutorial. This is new. This has not been in the game before. This is actually my first time seeing it. So let's jump into the tutorial and see what it gives us. Alright everybody, so now that we're in the house, there have been a few more updates in Blade and Sorcery since our most recent video. They do offer a tutorial now, and it kind of starts you out and shows you the basics of moving throughout the game, how to interact within the game. Another update that's come out is there is now a new map inside the house. So it shows you where you're at. The house is here. It shows you where the travel map is. It also has a few things throughout the map. None of these are really selectable, but it looks like if you click on the travel map, it will take you to the travel map. So there's no searching for it or anything like that. So we will now select an area. Let's just do the arena since it's nice and small. It's easy to kind of show you guys stuff in the arena. Now that we're in the arena, you've got your rack over here. You have a rack just like this in your house. Whatever you put on it in your house goes with you into the game. Here you have your items book, and you also have your waves book. Before we get started on any of that, I'm going to kind of show you guys a few basics about the game, how it works. First things first, movement is your left joystick. So you can move side to side, front and back with your left joystick. The movement is pretty slow, but if you want to run, you just move your arms like you're running in real life. So if you look at me right now, it looks like I'm just one of those rock'em sock'em robots. You have 4 holsters, one on each hip and one on each shoulder. Whenever you reach over a shoulder, it pulls, you see the arrow there. You utilize the grab button and now you have an arrow. I can put that back. There we go. As far as magic spells, so you have the A button and the X button on each controller. That pulls up the magic. So for this one, this is fire. You have your trigger on your controller. When you squeeze your trigger, you pull up a fireball. And now you can throw that fireball and control its trajectory. And when you look at your wrist, it shows you, if I can get it to come up, this is, I believe, magic and health or vice versa. One of these is, so blue is magic, looks like. With electricity, if you just flick your wrist downward, you can throw some electricity wherever you want. And then this one is the telekinesis. So you can kind of push and pull objects with this, which is pretty neat. You can do all the same things with your left hand that you can do with your right, but the really cool thing is you can use them together. So if I have fire in both hands, I can put them together and create a massive fireball that is extremely destructive. With electricity, I put both together and roll one hand on top of the other. And let out a lot of electricity there. With telekinesis, you can essentially create a gravity ball around you. Everything inside it floats. So we'll go over here so you can see all this stuff float. So you put your hands together and just pull them apart. And now everything inside this wave, if you will, or this force field is going to be floating. When it comes down, everything falls right back into place. Now you can also do magic spells and such with your weapons. So here I have a basic sword. I think this is the war sword with fire. I can make it glow red hot, and any enemy that I hit with it will feel the burn. With electricity, as you can imagine, it turns into an electrified blade. Everything I hit gets a little bit of electricity going right through it. Last but not least, I can give it a little telekinesis imbue, and now everything I hit is affected by gravity. There you go. Now, this doesn't last forever unless you specifically go into your cheats book and ask or tell it to do so. So we're going to put that away. Now, on your left controller, you have a recessed button that has 3 lines across it. Now, this is for Oculus Quest 2 only. I don't know about any other platforms. I don't know if you're playing with a VR headset off the computer, what your controller setup is like. This is strictly for the Oculus Quest 2. If you do have another platform, I recommend looking into that platform and how to pull up the options book on that. I don't have the answer to that, at least not right now. But I'm going to go ahead and click that button, and it pulls up this little book. Got cheats, debug, miscellaneous. So under cheats, you've got player invincibility. You can turn that on or off. I leave it on just because I don't want to deal with having to drink health potion all the time. Infinite mana. I'm still not sure exactly what that one's for. If anybody knows, leave a comment down below. You've got infinite focus. I believe that's so that you can remain in the slowed time function that this game has. Infinite imbue. So if you select that, that means whatever you put on your blade or weapon, it will remain that way unless you change it to another magic. The only thing is once you imbue it, you can't really un-imbue it as far as I know. So I'm going to leave that disabled. Infinite arrows, I'll leave that enabled. Fall damage, I'll take that off. And let's go into settings. Gore blood, I like having all that stuff on, so we'll leave it on. And once you're done, you just click that recessed button one more time, and the book goes away. Next, let's go over here. We'll pick out a staff. So we've got our staff here. So the staves have their imbues that you can use as well. So with a fire imbued staff, if you press the A button while you move the staff, it throws fireballs. It will do that as fast as you push the A button. Another cool thing is if you imbue this with fire and you slam it into the ground, it just shoots fireballs all willy-nilly. When you do that around enemies, those fireballs kind of track and find the enemies. They don't just kind of go wherever. For the electricity on a stave or staff, if you hold the A button, it will, as you can see, kind of shoot lightning out. And same thing if you slam this staff into the ground, shoots out a little wave of electricity, stuns all your enemies. And last but not least, with the telekinesis imbued staff, so if you were to hit something with this, can see it's being affected by telekinesis. But if you slam it into the ground, kind of sends out a shockwave. If you reach out your hand, you'll see this little marker show up, this rotating marker. You can grab that with the grab button on your controller. And now I have control of this. I can push it away from me by pushing and holding the A button. Or I can bring it to me by pushing and holding the trigger button. If you want to throw it, you simply push your hand away and let go of the grab button at the same time. We'll pick this up. So now that we have this in the air, if I push the trigger button and the A button at the same time, you now get a windmill effect that you can send into enemies as you wish. To stop the windmill effect, simply push the trigger and A button one more time. And it's that simple. If you do decide to not turn on infinite health and drink the healing potion, it's quite simple to use. This is the healing potion here. You simply take the cork off by grabbing the cork, and then you can see there's 100% healing potion in there. As you turn it up to drink, as you use it, you'll see a glow around your eyes. That means that you're using it. Once that glow goes away, you're no longer using it. Using the bow and arrow. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think, but you have your bow, you grab an arrow, put it on the bow, it knocks itself on its own, pull back, and you let go. And there you have it. You can use it this way. I found that it's a little harder to aim versus using it this way. I can get this aiming down, and this way I'm just using up and down. So I'm more likely to hit my target, maybe not as high as I want to, but definitely more likely to hit them. You can apply magic to any of your arrows. So with fire, I can have a flaming arrow. I can have an electrified arrow. Or, my favorite, if you apply telekinesis to your arrow, it just flies straight. Which is pretty cool. So, let's get into the game a little bit. We'll fight some enemies and kind of let you guys see how all of this goes together. There you are. Oh, you're blocked by the wheels. Sorry, man, I parked this just really poorly. Oh, my bad. You alright? Hey, your friend needs some help. I didn't try to, man. Come on. Come at me, bro. That looks like it hurts. Oh, hey. That's embarrassing. Oh, that's gotta hurt. How? Do you want this? Oh, time slowing. Let's go over that real quick. So time slowing is achieved by the B button, which is the forwardmost raised button on your right controller. You push that button, you'll hear a little ooh, right? Now, let's pick this up. We'll raise it way up. All right, and then I'm going to drop it and slow time. Okay. You can see the birds are flying slower. Okay. So again, I believe that is for focus. If you do infinite focus, you can stay in a slowed time environment for as long as you want. Let's go over inventory real quick. If you take your hand and hold it to your chest and push the A button, it pulls up this menu. To navigate this menu, you turn your wrist like you're turning a screwdriver. Okay? You have miscellaneous, consumables, tools, valuables, dump all. Whatever you select, you can. So the only thing I have right now is my wheel for zip lines. So if you want to select the wheel, you go to Tools, use the grab button, and now I have this new arrow that I'm manipulating. Obviously, the only thing I have in there is the wheel, so I'm going to squeeze the grab button again, and there it is. To put something in your inventory, you simply take it, hold it to your chest, you see the inventory pop up there, let go, and it is now in your inventory. Anyway, I hope this video kind of helps. I know this was really quick and not as in-depth, but this game's got a tutorial at the beginning now. It kind of gave you a map to get you to the other map, if that makes sense. Get out there, play the game, have some fun with it. I hope this video just kind of gives you the tools to at least get started and learn how to have fun on your own, guys. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Again, we love getting that feedback from you guys. It is absolutely awesome. Lets us know that people are out there watching our videos, watching our content, and really paying attention to what we're doing here. It means the world. So until next time, Oculus Prime, signing off.